At VMware, we're committed to helping our CSP customers realize network efficiency. And we're doing that in a number of different demos here at the event this week. One of the demonstrations that we're showing is workload placement and the ability to dynamically move workloads to execute at different data centers based on where the most green energy is available. So implementing sustainability practices into your data centers. So for example, if there's more green energy available to run the data center workloads in Portugal, we have the ability to dynamically move those workloads that would be running in Spain and executing those in Portugal. And vice versa, if the green energy is more readily available in Spain, we can take the workloads that would be in Portugal and execute them. So really giving our customers a lot of efficiency across their networks to execute with the most sustainable business practices. Another use case that we're showing this week is our RAN energy savings. And what we're showcasing is the city of Barcelona and the radio access network across that city. So we have different cell sites across the city that are all operating at 100% capacity all the time. That's regardless of the amount of users that are on the network demanding that performance. So what we're showcasing is the ability to, with the VMware Energy Savings rApp and our RAN Intelligent Controller, to scale up and scale down the power consumption at each of the individual RAN sites based on user capacity. So without compromising the network performance, we can move the power consumption levels to meet the demand of the users on the network.
That's two great use cases we are trying to develop. The first one is how you can move your workloads around to have the cleanest and cheapest energy costs. So let's imagine you could move from one place to another and lower your cost or lower the amount of CO2 emissions. That's what we are doing with this simulator, which is quite fine-grained simulator. You can change things like the power usage effectiveness of your data centers and see a lot of details around countries, how much renewables, how much fossil, how much nuclear is being used in this country, and then make your placement decisions based on this information. But furthermore, let's imagine we could tell you where and when it would be better to run your workloads. And that's what we are doing on this other use case. We will tell you, based on the very specific moment in time when there is the most amount of renewables available, when you should run your workloads. Let's imagine, if you're in Netherlands here, we will tell you, please run these workloads between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. in the morning. And that will be the best moment for you, where the energy is the cleanest and the cheapest.
Today we're going to talk about building a network using our total cost of ownership calculator. In our calculator, we want to first start off with our labor costs and our energy costs. These are going to be our operational costs when we start to build our calculation. Our first selection is going to be RAN or core. We have three selections here within our calculator: core and RAN, core only, and RAN only. These are the types of networks or pieces of the networks that we can build. Then we get the size of the network. This is going to be, again, another piece of our capital expenditure. This is the hardware or how many servers we're going to have to support that network. In our orchestration, we want to talk about either having a single vendor orchestration or a multi-vendor orchestration technology. Then our architecture, horizontal or vertical. This makes a big difference in terms of how the platform comes together. And of course, VMware is a horizontal platform. Then we talk about lifecycle management. Fully automated versus partially automated. This is where we're going to see another savings within the calculator, and which is going to produce some numbers over there from a savings perspective. And then we talk about our efficiencies. We have three knobs that we can adjust to achieve efficiencies within the platform: C states, workload congestion, as well as finding renewable energy. Satish?
Thank you, Jason.
Ready to build that network?
Yeah. So I'm here. I'm just building an example network for you guys. So we are just taking like labor cost to be like $250K, and then like energy cost to be like close to $1 per kilowatt hour, and I'm just upgrading my core and RAN part of the network. It's like small, which makes sense for most of the operators these days. And then like I'm going with multi-vendor option because I just wanted to ensure like I have more enough from different vendors, which makes the cost lesser. And I'm building a horizontal architecture, which is like a unified architecture across RAN, core, and IMS or OSS BSS tool. And then I'm selecting a fully automated option which can increase the savings, and then I'm enabling all the ways we can save the energy and operational costs, which is C state and workload movement for the renewable energies, and workload movement during peak hours to non-peak hour sites. So with this, we can see we can have a cost efficiency of cost savings of 16.5% for the capital expenses and 56.6% for the operational expenses and 32% for the energy costs, and overall we could get a 27.8% total cost savings with our VMware Telco Cloud solutions compared to a traditional way of building the networks. This calculator is based on modeling done using ACG research, business analytics engine. It's called BAE engine. So it's a third party and more credible data for you guys. And as a follow-up, you can go and read our blog, which is with a search VMware ACG research, TCO. And then there is a white paper link to read more details into how this calculator is built and the modeling is done. And further, we can build a custom calculation for your network and the upgrade you are looking for.